Are you practicing to practice or you practicing to be great?
Which way am I going?
That's supposed to come. You on the way.
Hello, friends. I'm Bernard Watts. You're watching Sports Talk with B. Watts. I come to you by the digital airways of YouTube. Do me a favor. Hit the like button. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't subscribed. Hit that notification bell. It'll let you know whenever I go live or drop a video. Today I want to talk about, will Coach Prime lead the Colorado Buffaloes football team to a Big 12 championship? When you look at Coach Prime going into his third season as the head coach of the team, coming off a good season last year where he had the likes of a Heisman Trophy winner, Travis Hunter, and also a big-time quarterback in Shedeur Sanders. Well, when you look at this team in 2025, they have some interesting pieces of this football team, starting with the strength and conditioning coach this summer. Coach Swayze came from the University of Miami. When Coach Prime brought him in, that was a major addition of this football team. Their off-season workouts and conditioning, and you can tell by the transformation of some of the players' body that we've seen from past year to this year. People like Jordan C. and Quinn Barnes and several other players. You can tell the effect of the strength and conditioning coach and the impact that he had on each player this year. Also, when you look at this team, you want to look to see how well conditioned they will be in the fourth quarter. And that's what Coach Swayze was brought in for. We know you can be fresh and fast in the first and second quarter, but can you be fresh, fast, disciplined in the fourth quarter? Coach Swayze was a big-time addition for Coach Prime and the Colorado football team. When you look at the coaching staff that Coach Prime brought in, the likes of a running back coach of a Hall of Famer, Marshall Faulk. The key thing was he brought back his top defensive coordinator for his second year. And that's big time. That's Robert Livingston. And when you look at the offensive line coaches, they moved from low hope, brought in three Big George them on that offensive line to help them out. And that coaching staff, it should play dividends for the Coach Prime and the Colorado football team this year. All right? Now, let's look at some players on this football team that I think is going to help Coach Prime win the Big 12. It starts at the quarterback position. When you have, this is just my opinion, the best quarterback in the conference, you are in good shape, and that's Katin Salter. Katin Salter is in his last year of eligibility to play college football. We remember, I'm sure you don't heard, if you've been tuning to me on my broadcast, the 2023 Katin Salter. He should have been a Heisman Trophy candidate with the numbers that he put up down there in Liberty. He threw for 3,000 yards. He rushed for 1,000 yards. Those are big-time numbers. Now, last year, he was going through some injury, and plus he lost all the talent that they had on the team. But he hit the transfer portal, and Coach Prime and the offensive coordinator identified him, and they brought him in. Even after they had signed Julian Lewis, the 5-star quarterback from Georgia. I'm just trying to tell you right now, look for big things from this quarterback, Katin Salter, because he's the key. He's the engine and he's the leader of the team. If he goes, they goes. It ain't no secret about that. You are judged and gonna go as far as your quarterback take you. And Katon Salter have the ability, the skill set to take him to that Big 12 championship. Now, he has some interesting pieces. I mean, some good pieces to go along with him to help him and Coach Prime get to this Big 12 championship. When you look at the wide receiver room, they are loaded, but it's 2 wide receivers that must produce this season for Colorado to win the Big 12 or even just get to the Big 12. That's Cecile Brown, a transfer from Campbellton University, wide receiver, 6'5", running 4.3 and a 40. Omarion Miller in his 3rd season. You know, he got injured in the Kansas State game last year with his ankle. If he come back and stay focused and put the effort in and be consistent, they're going to be the 2 most dangerous players, wide receivers, in the Big 12. I'm telling you right now, if those 2 players come out and play and give it a all every game, because they're going to call matchup prop, especially Cecile Brown. That's a matchup nightmare for any defensive coordinator they're going to get ready to go up against. 6'5", that can run a 4.3 and 40. Oh, you can put him out wide to the left, wide to the right, or you can put him in a slot. Can you imagine in a slot position on the same side of Omarion Miller? Man, that is a dangerous combination with Omarion Miller and Cecile Brown. If those 2 players come to play, then you can throw in Draylon Miller, Q6. It's going to be awesome, y'all. They got a good variety of wide receivers that can help along the way. And a tight end in Zach Atkins, too. Now, the running back room. Now, the running back that I think if he come back healthy, that's Dallin Hay. I think he's still going to be the bell cow running back, even though he's suffering an injury right now with his hand. But when you look at Trackhawk, when you look at Michael, when you look at that number 26, Pierce, they are some good running back, and they bring different type of styles to the offense. When you look at Michael look like he's a goal line running back, powerful, stay low to the ground. But when you look at Trackhawk can, boy, he brings the speed, he's dynamic, he flash, he can do it all. The key thing is which running back do Marshall Faulk trust to step up and help block. See, Dallin Hay, he could do it all 3. He could block, catch the ball out of the backfield, and run between the tackles. Which running back can step up and help on a blitz and identify a blitz with their blocking skills? So those going to be the things that I'll be looking at from the running back room. All 3 of them can run the ball. We don't seen that. But which one can catch it out of the backfield? Which running back can step up and help the blocking scheme? When you look at Colorado offensive line, you got Jordan C., Xavier Hills. Those 2 linemen, NFL bound, whenever they're eligibility. Pros. Xavier Hill is the key. That was a key addition for Coach Prime when they convinced him to bring him in. See, he started out at LSU, then he went to Memphis, and now he's with Colorado. He number 71, played right beside Jordan C. Oh, man, that's going to be a tough side of the ball for anybody who playing defense. If they can get that running game going or whatever behind those 2, that's a win-win situation. And then when you look on the right side, you still got to like Zach Chrysler. I think Zach Chrysler will have the best PFF grade at the end of the season when it comes to Colorado offensive line. This dude like a fire truck, fire hydrant. Can't be moved. He's a big dude. And it's good he was injured, and I see he done came back. He's going to help that offensive line even better this year than last year. Now, let's look at the defensive side of the ball. The key player on this defensive side of the ball is going to be the linebacker. That linebacker group must do what they supposed to do. Be physical, stop the run, and stop those bubble screens and that wheel route out of the backfield. That's what we struggled at last year against teams that we lost. When you brought in Reginald Hughes, you brought in Montavious French. Those are the linebackers that Coach Hart identified that he can bring in to help them this year. He wanted somebody who can go sideline to sideline. And those two linebackers can do that. Then you got the JB of the world. You know, he's physical down here. Good at blitzing. Big and strong in the middle. And when you look at Montrez Walker, the freshman, down here, thumper. Don't mind putting them shoulder pads on. Then you got Kay Salter, Kalen Salter, the baby brother of Kay Salter, at that linebacker room. Then you got Sean Myers, number 40. Those guys don't mind coming up and filling that gap and putting them shoulder pads on. You expect when they on the field, somebody go to that medical tent. They don't mind hitting. They have shown me over and over and over every time I see a video from Uncle Neely and Reach the People and who else? Well Off Media. Those linebackers just standing out. And you can see how they run to the ball, how they flow to the ball, how physical they are to the running back room. They hitting them running backs. That's why they coming up injured. I'm just saying. Also, when you look at the defensive line, the key player on that defensive line this year is going to be Anquan Barnes. Free Barnes. W Free Barnes in the chat. Barnes is number 92. He done lost weight. Andrew Swayze have got him in shape. I'm telling you right now, Barnes can make a big difference on this defensive side of the ball, and he can make a big difference in his personal life. He can write his check because he has the body size to make it to the NFL. He can. If he had just have a good year and have a good combine, Barnes' name will surface throughout the NFL. He will. He got the size. He got the body type that people are looking for. So that's going to help him along the way. Now, for as the defensive end, I expect Coach Prime and his Colorado defense to lead the Big 12 again in sacks. Arden Walker, Wiggins, Wade, Sam Okologo. Those guys can put pressure on a quarterback. That's what they're known for. Expect Arden Walker to lead this team this year in sacks as individual. I expect big things from the defensive end led by Coach George Hilo, one of the best coaches in college football. He done coached with Nick Saban. He done coach up under the former coach of Michigan. This dude, him been around. He came from the coach up under Kirby Smart. George Hilo, no defense, and he know football. That's another good addition on the coaching staff for Coach Prime this year. Now, when you look at the defensive backs, there is an interesting battle going on. Who's going to be the starting defensive back, the opposite side of DJ McKinnon. DJ McKinnon is going to slide over and take Travis Hunter side of the ball this year, but who's going to fill in beside him? Like I said, that's an interesting battle going over there with two players. I heard the defensive back coach say the other day, Deion Paul and R.J. Johnson. R.J. Johnson has the height, the size, the length, what Coach Prime like, but Deion Paul, this dude here is a straight out dog. Yeah, he physical at the line of scrimmage. If you catch it, he gonna hit you. He is the one that can send one to the medical tent. Deion Paul. Deion Paul don't play. He's my personal favorite. I hope he be the one that start and play the whole game. Don't even come out the field. Only time I want to see R.J. Johnson on the field when that team bring out 3 wide receivers. That's it. But as long as Deion Paul's out there, I'm sure they probably go with R.J. Johnson because he's been there the longest. He probably knows the system more. But it's a big but. Deion Paul ain't no chump now. I think he's the best defensive back on the team. That's just me. If I was the head coach or in charge of the defensive back, he'll be my number 1 defensive back, even over DJ McKinney. He just got that dog in him, and that's what I like. He's a straight out dog. Deion Paul's number 3 on the defensive side for a Colorado football team. Well, friends, that's all I had to talk about. What the possible that Coach Prime can win the Big 12. Those are some key players that can help him win this Big 12. Along with that safety position also. You got Carter Stoudemire back there. You got Takifa Byers back there. Those guys going to play. And you got Ben also. They're going to play a interesting part for Colorado to win the Big 12 this year. The question is, will Coach Prime and the Colorado football team win the Big 12? That's the question. It's just a simple yes or no in the chat. All right? All right. Once again, hey, ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Sports Talk with B. Watts. I'm your host, Bernard Watts. Do me a favor. Hit that like button. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't subscribed. Hit that notification bell. It'll let you know whenever I go live or drop a video. And if you'd like to continue to support this broadcast in any kind of way, you can Cash App, Super Chat, or you can just simply join the membership. Anything that you do will be highly appreciated. Don't forget, I got a live show tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. It's the best, the number 1 chat group in the comment section on YouTube. Come on over, join the conversation. I'm telling you, you will not be disappointed. Once again, you're watching Sports Talk with B. Watts. I'm your host, Bernard Watts. Until tonight, peace.
Competition looking like valet, are they holding the spot? Look, envy in this saga, remind me of Nevada.
Colorado defense. They got different characters on this team, and that's why they are must-see TV.